Ooh, it's going well. The Italians are really struggling at the moment. They have they've just been absolutely murdered by us. Our advanced technology. We're currently building a new battleship, and we have a fair few ships in getting refit as well. So a few of our light cruisers getting some new components to them. Most importantly, the Kuros, the lead ship of the bunch, and the Alligators are getting upgraded as well. So they'll be out in a couple of months. So let's skip forward to August. Let's see what's going on. So, got a lot of action this week. Well, today I should say. This month. Most of it though is single torpedo boat. So a Hunter versus Apollos. So let's see how we go in a one-on-one battle. Let's see how good this Hunter will actually do. Because, as I said, I want to see how these Hunters perform. Now, do any of our trade ships? Our trade ships have got some guns on board. That's good. We just need to watch out for their torpedoes. That's going to be the main thing. Hunter, please start turning. You've got a pretty terrible turning circle, if I remember correctly. Yeah, absolutely atrocious turning. But you should be good on the old gunnery section. So watch out for their torpedoes. You've launched your single torpedo, and that is now gone and absolutely wasted. I need to remember to turn you off just so I've got a shotgun chance. But your main operation is to be shooting them. So you should be winning in a gunnery duel. This is the main thing. So just keep your distance. Are you turning in? Are they actually going to get torpedoed by us? Oh, just missed. They just missed our torpedo. So we are taking some serious damage again, but that's okay. We just need to get some shots off on this guy. We've lost one of our trade ships already. Yeah, they're using 51mm guns as well. They're just capable of absolutely trouncing us whenever we meet them. For some reason, their torpedo boats are so much more effective in a gunnery duel than ours. Watch out for torpedoes. Now we've got two 51mm either side of us and one on the bow. Really low chance of hit. Obviously our crew is pretty terrible. They've got much better crew than us, so they have got an advantage in the crews. This is the lead ship of the Hunter class. So come on, do your job. Get some hits on this torpedo boat for me. So it is a fairly new crew as well. New captain, new crew. That's what we want. Engine damage. There we go. We can actually slow down now. And flooding. This is what we want. So got semi-armor piercing and nose fuse HE shells. And those HE shells are no joke. So she's on fire. She's flooding. We've got maximum bulkheads as well. They've got many, and both got spacious crew compartments as well. flooding. So we're both flooding, but they're flooding much quicker, and that has proven that the hunter is capable of winning in a gun duel. That is perfect, so that's good news. Alright, we lost one trade ship, but our hunter did it. Also, that flag looks like a bloke dancing on top of the rangefinder of that Sims class. So that's good. So that proves that the hunter class is very capable. Veteran alligator. Let's just auto resolve this. Medium. Okay, we can deal with that. Okay, this is the important stuff. So, task force convoy. So we've come up to one of our convoys. Oh, this is a big battle. A lot of torpedo boats. And the first time we are meeting a the Landuc class battleship. Have we met a Lombardia class light cruiser before? I don't know. Is that a new light cruiser class for them? Or am I just not remembering? Plus, this is veteran crew against veteran crew. This is a proper battle. 305mm guns against 229mm guns. So this is a real fight. They have a lot of torpedo boats as well on their side. A lot of very well trained French crews coming up against 2 light cruisers, an armoured cruiser and a battleship. So they have got us outgunned in almost every way. So we've got one of our armoured cruisers out there at least. The Kronenberg light cruiser is pretty much fresh out to sea. So she is one of the Koros class, one of the new Koros class, I believe. So she's just being refitted as well, I believe. So she is one of the new ships. This is going to be a pretty big battle. Okay, what else have we got? The Italians built 2 new armoured cruisers. The Italians sent out one of their new armoured cruisers. Oh, they've got both their new armoured cruisers out. Oh, that's gonna be yes. Okay, let's just show the Italians what happens whenever they bring an armoured cruiser to sea. Okay, so we've got 3 alligators. They've got 2 torpedo boats. One is updated. So they've obviously upgraded this version. So I have got some upgrades. Okay, let us go to battle. Oh, Italy, when will you learn? Don't send out a heavy cruiser. Okay. Torpedo boats, I want you in a normal formation. I want you heading away, please. I want you heading, so they're to the west, so I'm going to head northwest for you. Svitska, you are one of our new light cruisers. I want you heading along this way. Just keep to the side of the Klagenfurt, who is a veteran at this stage. So we immediately spot their new armoured cruiser. And thus begins the action. The captain of the Klagenfurt has met many of the Italian ships at this stage. Has done battle on the high seas so many times. Their light cruiser is splitting up, so they're splitting their crews. So we're going to turn in a little bit. We want to take out their armoured cruiser first. Alligators, we want you to start going away a bit because their light cruisers are coming in. There is a torpedo boat as well. So Klagenfurt start turning. Svitgar, keep on your current course. The Urania is already taking a punishment from our guns. So although she has a heavier gun caliber than us, we have much better gun crews. We're both on the Mark 1 still, but our gunnery skill is much better. Urania's starting to turn in, which has been the disaster of the Italian fleet so far, because that means that we can start looking at getting our torpedoes off. Klagenfurt knows this. Her captain moves in. One of her torpedo tubes is already destroyed. The Klagenfurt is going to launch torpedoes upon her and start heading away. Yelena will probably launch torpedoes from her bow if she survives that strike from the torpedo tubes, but she does not. She goes down instantly. $2 million worth of ship sunk. Meanwhile, the Alligators are being chased by their light cruiser, and their torpedo boats are now coming up against our light cruiser and Klagenfurt. So the Svitgard's main job is to deal with these torpedo boats. So we've got the new version out there as well. I can't remember which one it was, so let's see what we can spot difference wise. Many spacious 0.4. I think it was this one that was the, I think it was the Spicer that was actually the newer version. For many spacious. Not sure what they changed in all honesty. Can't really see any significant change between the two ships, so whatever they changed is not being significant. Take out the Elba, please. Alligators. We've lost sight of their light cruiser. Svitgar. Oh, Svitgar. Just keep on going on. Klagenfurt, you start trying to find that light cruiser, please. Spicer is going down. And the Ilba should be going down very shortly as well. Spotted the Taranto. So Alligators, tying up the formation. Klagenfurt, you start firing at her. Okay, Alligators, it's your time to shine. Now watch out for her torpedoes because she has got some either side. A lot of guns on board though, so this is the big problem with this light cruiser. And as we know, the alligators are very prone to sinking. So this is a bit dangerous here. But I want to try and get a torpedo run off on this light cruiser. Main tower destroyed on the T-21. T-21 will be damaged. Flooding. Start turning, please. No, actually just keep going straight. You've avoided it. We'll end the battle here because we've actually done it. So that's fine. Good job, alligators. So, good job by all there. The Svedgetvar did a good, fairly decent job. Of course, the Klingerfurt did the most work, and T-21 did a nice job of sinking their light cruiser. So the Italians have launched an armoured cruiser and lost an armoured cruiser in the same day, as is tradition. So, the Italians have also got their other armoured cruiser out there, the Serena, but it has support from the Foch, a Strasbourg-class heavy cruiser, a new-ish cruiser by the French, the La Prusse, a fairly battle-hardened light cruiser, the Nadi, Lancia and Regal, two veteran crews, well, two seasoned crews in torpedo boats, and they're going up against the Isog Friedrich, of course, our battleship, part of the Karl class, with a seasoned crew on board, with two of our newest light cruisers, the Hominis and the Tlum. So let's get the battle underway. So we can't underestimate the French. So off to the west. Light cruisers, I want you in a normal formation abreast and starting to head to the north for me, please. I know that it would be nice to have you in a covering position for the battleship, especially as there are torpedo boats around, but I want you to sort of swing in to the side. We're going to be doing our usual sort of pincer movement style. The Admiral Friedrich has detected somebody with its radio off to the northwest. And the Admiral Friedrich as well has got a fairly decent secondary armament. She's fairly well armed with 51mm guns and 102mm guns Mark IIs, and of course Mark II 229s as well, and that's one of the big advantages of her. So that is a torpedo boat, one of the Italian torpedo boats instantly spotted. So we can actually smoke up our light cruisers, get them heading a little bit off to a different direction. The Lancia there. Try and deal with her quite quickly. Friedrich. Start focusing fire upon this light cruiser. Squadron coming in. They are your main concern. Light cruisers. Focus fire on the Lancia for the moment, please. Yes, Friedrich should be pretty capable of dealing with these light cruisers. We'll keep them off her as well quite easily. light cruisers, I want you turning back. Lancia is going down. Focus fire on the Regal, please. One of their light cruisers. The Nadir is broken off. Foch is coming in. That's something we need to watch out for, because they are a pretty well-trained crew on the Foch, I believe. No, they're not actually. They are new. I thought they were veterans for some reason. That's okay. Sink the Lancia. Lost a casemate. That's not good. Got 203mm guns. So they've got some fairly decent firepower on board, but the Friedrich should be able to take it quite well. Please sink the Lancia. Again, Italian torpedo boats, just capable of not sinking ever. There we go, some flooding to the Foch, that's good. The Italian armoured cruiser, the Valesio there. We desperately want to just blast that out the water and show the Italians that they can't have nice things. Light cruisers. Just take care. Start turning in a little bit. Might look at doing a bit of a torpedo run, because we've got that torpedo boat coming in as well. Focus fire on that Friedrich. The Azogs launched torpedoes out at it. We are in range of its torpedoes, but only just, so we should be okay. I believe it is sinking. So let's start turning in. Light cruisers. Foch is going down. Focus fire on the Veloce. Doesn't really have anywhere to go. The Foch is sinking quite quickly. Torpedoes are out. Ooh. Yep. Turn this way. Avoid that torpedo, please. And that is the Italian heavy cruiser, pretty much done for. Foch is sinking. Veloce is now going to be sinking. She is done for. And now we're on just clean-up duty. So, good job, light cruiser squadron. Veloce. She is being blown out the water by torpedoes. Taking a fairly decent beating from those torpedoes actually before she sunk, but I think that was 4 torpedoes that struck her in the end, or 3 torpedoes, and that is that. And now we just need to clean up the light cruisers. So again, our slightly modern ships proving too much for the enemy to deal with. And again, the Italians just not reading us. That extra 10 meters of torpedo range has really saved our asses so many times. But also the speed advantage that we've got as well. It's all those little things that come in to help. They are just bonuses and boons to our naval fleet. And our light cruiser squadron will move in as well to help finish off the Nadia and the La Prusse. Start Friedrich. Just watch out for their torpedoes again. I know that you want to get into sword fighting range. Conning tower is damaged, that's good. Yes, look, Friedrich is doing a very good job. Some damage to, it's taken some damage, taken a bit of a beating. I mean, you know, but she has had to deal with a fair few ships today. Light cruisers. If you want to deal with the D, actually the La Prusse done a good job of avoiding those torpedoes. Very nice work. Very good job on avoiding those torpedoes, in fact. So the Homnes is going to come in and she will launch torpedoes as well. There they go. And in fact the Nadine might be valorous and take a couple of torpedoes here for her sister. No, she just misses out. But we have to be careful for Toulouse. Please avoid. Luckily Nadine's just launched torpedoes. That is some luck. Because you were very much in a perilous position there. You still are, in fact. Get the heck out of dodge because you are in some serious danger. Spin you around to get your torpedo complement up and about. Smoke up, in fact. Damage to the Nadine's rudder. That's good. You might as well just turn in again. Quite safe, in fact. And again, these light armoured cruisers are doing their job. These semi-armoured cruisers are, again, just capable of just shaking off the 102mm guns. Just unable to really affect these guys. So what have they got penetration wise? About 168 penetration. Our armour is, you know, just about capable of shaking that off in the light cruisers. Be interested to see how the new version of the Column class does with its slightly upgraded guns and a bit more survivability as well. So it should be a little bit more capable. As once more we go torpedo launchery. Slow down. Don't ram. Don't ram, don't ram, don't ram. You're going to ram. The captain of the Tolm decided that ramming was a suitable option for some reason. This is the trouble with new captains. Apparently had family on board the Paula and decided that it was a noble thing to do, despite the fact that the battle was decisively won well in advance. Nadi had nowhere to go, as the Erzog Friedrich launched her torpedoes and sunk the light cruiser. So, disaster for France. I thought that was an Italian heavy cruiser. Yes, it was. Disaster for France and Italy. Being commanded by the French, the fleet was absolutely decimated. The Erzog Friedrich, of course, took the most damage. The Tollund did a good job with 5.7k, and the Hollownist had a good first outing with 4.2. 99 crew members were lost, but it was a victory for the Empire once more. And that leaves us for one last battle for today. And this is the big one. So, Sebenko, a veteran heavy cruiser with the Karl. The Gamma, one of the Koros class light cruisers, a veteran as well, with the new Kronenberg as well. So let's begin the fight. This is a fairly big battle, as there's a lot of enemy torpedo boats that are going to need to be cleaned up. So this could be tricky. We are hunting down their transports as well, but the main threat is the French battleship. That French battleship is no joke. Okay, light cruisers. I want you focusing on their convoy. Karl and Sevenko, I want you focusing on their fleet, please. Normal formation as well. We should be able to just absolutely take out these trade ships without too much of an issue. Okay, start focusing fire on this light cruiser. Start turning out. Karl, start turning out. Light cruisers, start turning this way. We want to hunt down that convoy. We're going to leave it to the armoured cruiser and the battleship to do most of the work here. They should be able to defend themselves against the torpedo boats and the light cruisers without too much issue. They have good armour, good guns, as well as being a very, very highly trained crew too. But we do have to watch out for torpedoes. So keep your fire on there, go secondaries on them. Secondaries on the torpedo boats. Watch out for those torpedo boats actually. The Rapier's coming in quite quickly for a run. Put your torpedoes on save, please, boys. The light cruiser is down. That torpedo boat is getting perilously close, though, to a torpedo run. Spanko, I wish you had some torpedoes on board that you could defend yourself with. I think we're just going to be able to make it. Yes, that was close. That was perilously close. Light cruisers. Don't worry too much about the enemy. Rapier's going down. one of the rapier classes is going down. Just keep focusing on the rapiers at the moment. There is their battleship. Carl, I want you turning in. We are going for a duel with this battleship. Spanko, need to... torpedo boat's coming in fast. It's going to launch torpedoes on us for sure. Turn in. Slow down. We're going to take torpedoes. Oh, that is disastrous. Okay, that was a big hit on the Carl. You want to do a full turn. Their battleship does not have torpedoes on board. Okay, that is a good sign. We are going to decimate this thing. As our torpedoes just go out towards it. Smenko, I need you coming in. Light cruiser squadron, just keep on keeping on, please. That is their battleship sunk. Carl has taken a fairly big amount of damage, though. That is disastrous for her. Sunk one of their torpedo boats. That's good. Smenko, you're needed to help defend. Light cruiser coming in for a run. Captain the Carl launches more torpedoes on the Rammer di Monte Carlo, sinks it. Enemy torpedo boat is looking to make a run in. Light cruisers, just keep on keeping on. Actually, just don't worry about launching torpedoes at the moment. I want to take out the T-47 there if we can, just so we've got a bit of an open section to move out of. Because we've taken a lot of damage on our flagship at the moment. She is holding on well. Oh, that was a big explosion on the Cassard. Carl is about to take another torpedo, possibly. Yeah, she takes a torpedo to the stern. That was what I was worried about. We are going to slow her right down, as she is taking on. She is taking a lot of water. Oh, we do not want her to sink. Sminko, you are going to have to pull up some hard work here. Keeping buoyancy. That's good. Cannot take another torpedo. Another torpedo will be disastrous. We need to take out that torpedo boat at all cost. All fire on the harpoon. Good. Vega. Light cruisers. Still doing a good job. Thank you very much for your efforts. Taking out their trade ships. But we have got a very wounded battleship at the moment. I do not need you getting torpedoed either. I need you to be relatively healthy. Carl has stabilised, so good job on the crew. That crew is really doing a great job. Almost 20% of her crew were lost though in that. That is not good. trade ships are sinking at a good pace. Spenko, just keep on circling the Carl. Just keep her safe. She's evened out at about 15% buoyancy, but that's going to be a long repair time. She's going to take a lot of time to repair. That's going to be a costly mistake by her captain, who got maybe a little bit too confident. Charging in there to take out the French battleship, one of France's most prized battleships. She charged in there and took a lot of damage, losing a main gun and a lot of machinery damage as well. Meanwhile, our light cruisers go after the gift over there quickly for me. Let's just detach you guys. Gamma can actually head over towards these guys. That torpedo boat needs to die. But just keep circling our damaged battleship, just in case anything tries to sneak in. Carl isn't defenseless. She still has her still has quite a lot of guns capable of winning this one. Not ending the battle just yet. This has been one of the most costly battles of the campaign so far, other than, of course, our first battle. This is the first time one of our capital ships has really come under serious threat of loss. So, good job, French fleet. And then this is the difference between fighting the rather untrained Italians and the incredibly well-armed French fleet. So we're going to move one of our light cruisers in to start mopping up those torpedo boats. So, bit of hubris on our side. Still a victory. That's the main thing. We still very much a costly defeat for the French, but this is without incident for us. Almost losing our flagship was disastrous. That would have been a massive hit for the morale of the people. And it's so easy to get swamped, and that's the trouble with these torpedo boats. You know, maybe I should have kept one of the light cruisers in reserve, just back with the battleship and the armoured cruiser just in for extra firepower. But at the same time, then we'd have to probably worry about our own torpedoes. Which can be problematic sometimes. Most of those torpedo boats are just circling, just seeing if they can get a run on our battleship. To try and finish it off. I think that's the enemy trade fleet. Torpedo boats are coming in for a bit of a run right now, so we need to chase them off. good. That's engine damage on the Satorio. Another rapier. These rapiers are quite dangerous actually. What have they got on board? 15-inch torpedoes, but they are fairly decent. Let's take a bit of a look at the rapier class. 76mm guns, single aft deck. They've got another 76mm gun at the back there. These things are actually fairly deadly. Good pitch and roll as well. So yeah, they're actually a big improvement over what we've been used to fighting in the Italians. So they are definitely a worthy foe. Torio's getting a little bit close. I think she's breaking it off now. That's good. Okay. And not sure how much their trade fleet is left. Still one of our trade ships out there. Don't know where, but it is somewhere. See if you can damage that rapier a bit. You can damage the engines. So we've got some flooding on the Satori. Something over this direction as well, apparently. Light cruiser will be in protection range of our battleship very shortly as well, just to keep it somewhat safe. So try and chase down these pesky torpedo boats. Not spotting that last trade ship, unfortunately. But we are managing to sink at least one more of their torpedo boats. I think with that we shall end the battle, because I think that's their attack runs done. Oh, that was a costly victory. It was a victory nonetheless, a very large victory, but heavy damage to the Carl has caused us to need some serious repairs. The Magenta was taken out, which is good, very good indeed. So that was a worthy foe. 3 light cruisers down, fair few of their torpedo boats taken down, as well as most of the trade fleet, so that is good. We didn't lose a ship, but we have got a lot of damage. Let's see how much damage is on the Carl. So 4 months repair time, so that is very costly for her. So that's us down a battleship, and we don't have many to begin with. Okie dokie, so with that, we'll end today's episode. So thank you so much for watching, as always, and I will see you all again soon. And until next time, this is me, Carl Scruzilla, wishing you well. See you again for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts.